Hey guys, this is Beyond Swing. In this video, we're going to be talking about a few tips and tricks on how you can improve your support and resistance levels. So let's just dive straight in. First, I will like to touch upon the basic definition of a support and resistance. See, support and resistance is a level where the price is expected to bounce off from. It is also referred to as supply and demand. Supply equals to resistance, demand equals to support. That's it. That's the basic definition of it. Now, my first tip would be less is more. When I was first starting out my trading journey, I used to mark every bit of support and resistance level I could find. And instead of helping me, on the contrary, it made my charts look messy. And most of the time, the support and resistance levels that I marked would not work out as well. So, my advice would be to don't overdo your charts. Mark only the major levels that are visible even to an untrained eye. Mark the obvious swing highs and swing lows. For example, I will show you guys a lot of examples, but right now, for example, I will show you guys two charts. You can decide which one looks and works better as well. This is the first one, guys, and this is the second one. As they say, the cleaner your workspace, the better you'll be able to think. You can think of it in that way. I will show you guys a lot more examples at the end of the video, so stay tuned. My second advice would be to focus on the current structure. Instead of going years and years back into the past, focus on the current structure. By current structure, I mean the data that is relevant to you right now. Delete everything that is not useful for your current analysis. What this will do is it will help you focus more on the value areas that are actually relevant right now. And my follow up to the second tip would be to use a ray tool. You can get the ray tool from over here, horizontal ray. This is about personal preference as well. A lot of traders prefer this horizontal line that extends all the way from current to the back, like this one. I would suggest you guys to use the ray tool instead. Like, look how clean this looks. My third tip would be join wick to wick. This is one of the key things that you can apply early in your trading career. See, guys, over the last 4 years of my trading journey, joining wick to wick has greatly benefited me, and it will do the same for you. I cannot emphasize this enough. It has saved me from a lot of false breakout as well as allowed me to fully capitalize on my winning positions as well. Now, what is wick? Wick is this upper portion of a body, like this thing that you see over on the bottom and over on the top. This is known as wick. I would suggest you guys to join your support and resistance level from this wick, not from the body. Joining wick to wick will make sure that you are taking into account all the buying and selling pressure, which is important if you're trying to identify good support and resistance level. My fourth tip would be higher the time frame, the better. Focus on the weekly and daily time frame. Higher time frame will provide you highly accurate support and resistance levels, which in turn will improve your strike rate as well. For day trading, of course, you have to switch to a lower time frame like 1 hour and 15 minutes, and you can follow the same process. My fifth and final tip would be practice. Practice day and night, guys. Even if you're not trading full time right now, give at least 30 minutes daily to drawing support and resistance levels on various stock charts until it becomes a second nature to your subconscious mind. Do this for at least 20 days, and I guarantee that you will see improvement if you practice daily for 30 minutes. Now, let's go over some charts and see how all of this put together looks like. The first example that we are going to be discussing is HDFC Life. So, as I said, mark the obvious swing highs and swing lows. So let's just start with the swing high first. This is the only swing high that I can see right now. What about the support level? We can see there's one touch here, second touch here, third touch over here, and if we draw it like this, it is already broken below the support level. So this area is no longer relevant to me right now. So I need to search for the next next place where the price can stop. This is the only bit of area that I feel can act as a support level once HDFC Life reaches here. So I will mark this level. That's it. You do not have to overcomplicate things, guys. Just mark the obvious swing highs and swing lows. Next, we are going to be discussing HAVELLS. So again, let's mark the obvious swing highs and swing lows. Swing high over here and swing low over here. This is a very good area. Like if you even go over here, like if you go to the back, you can see the price has started consolidating over here. Means there was some pressure. You can call this a resistance. Resistance once broken act as a support, as evident here. Like we broke off the resistance, back at support. Now again it is coming. It has already bounced off from the same level. This can even act as a trade. Like if you draw a trend line from here, Havels is about to give a breakout. Wait for a good volume candle. Next, we are going to be discussing EICHER motors. So let's just start with the weekly time frame. Again, mark the obvious swing highs and swing lows. Like some of you might have noticed this resistance. Again, this is perfectly valid, but I would suggest you mark it from this side. Focus on the current structure more instead of going past and past and past. Like focus on the current structure, the structure that is relevant to you right now. We have marked the resistance level. Now let's try to find a support. You can mark, no, this is, I don't think it's a good level of support. Like price is already starting to reverse from here. It has already formed a higher high. So means there was some support level over here, right? So let's try to find a support that is confluencing with the same somewhere over here. Actually, this is perfectly fine. Now, if we go to the 4-hour time frame, we can draw a trend line as well. We are starting to see increase in volume with the breakout of trend line. This can act as a good trade. We have already broken above the previous lower high level. Means this is beginning of a fresh uptrend. So let's see how this one plays out. This can act as a continuation channel as well. So this is one thing that we need to keep in mind. Like we have this impulse here, and this can just be one big continuation to the downside. So we have to be careful around this level as well. Final chart would be of Titan. Again, let's mark the obvious swing highs and swing lows. This is a gap up zone. You can mark this as a zone as well, something like this. And as you can see, price perfectly bounced off from the support level. If we draw a trend line, you can see this is a perfect case of a trade. Like you could have entered here 9 to 10%. Of course, entry would have been on a smaller time frame. Thanks a lot guys for tuning in. Any suggestion and feedback is welcome in the comment section. I will see you guys next week with another educational video covering stock market. Hey guys, if you're new here, you can check out my Instagram where I post regular market updates, my personal trades and stocks that I'm looking to buy. One post daily at 6 p.m. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys to check out.